Hey there, base builders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, episode 87, Preparing for Hell. As you can see above my head, the current priority is to implant Daedora with the genes that will cure her of her dementia. And then also I would like to prepare for the Void battle. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So one of the issues with our base here, as probably many of you have been able to notice, is that it takes up, honestly, too much of the map. And as a net result of that, there isn't space for things to happen. Like, because we've monopolized too much area. So it may sound crazy, but what I would like to do is to shrink our footprint down before the end fights. Because our current footprint is just simply too massive to allow for... It's too big of a space to easily defend, I suppose. So my plan is to leave all of the geothermal generator infrastructure intact, but remove things like the farms and remove things like, you know, like a lot of the walls that we have. And it's gonna be a fair bit of work, but I think in the long run it will be worth it. So I'm gonna start on that. And one of the first things I'm gonna do is ship our horses out. I'm gonna gift the horses to our allies because I don't believe that we're really gonna need horses where we're headed. I would also like to move the psychic ritual spot, because having the psychic ritual spot way out in the open makes it A, really difficult to actually summon rituals, and B, it would be better if it was like enclosed and close to home where it could be secure. So I'm gonna dig out a new ritual room for it. Man, I'm already buffering. Man, it seems like it's like just horrible luck. Just the buffering. And no matter how much I talk to my internet service provider, it like is irreconcilable or something. Really annoying. Like you would not believe. So yeah, that's what I'm currently working on, is to better prepare our base for an onslaught of horribleness that is to come. And while I do that, I'm going to try to do some network analyzing and inspection. Keep an eye on that. Alright, I think we have the bionic arm for Drea. Drea got a mutated arm that we subsequently removed because it was a void arm. You know, a tentacle arm. So we removed it and made a bionic instead. All of the horses have been gifted away. And the purpose of that is it's just really hard to have a horse stable or paddock or field or whatever we'll call it while we're also trying to fend off the waves of void entities once we antagonize the void. So I wanted to liberate the space so that the area wouldn't have to be secured for horses. So we're excavating a little area for a new void temple. Once it's done, we'll tile it up and move everything in there. Alright, looking good. Nearly done. With the mining, at least. And we just need to haul away the stone, and then we can place the ritual spot down. Well, Pretty crazy that I can instantly delete the ritual spot. I suppose it's just a spot, after all. Much like a party spot or a marriage spot. And we'll get this sandstone cut and be ready for blocks for some of the renovations required in order to prepare for the end. Alright, we'll also move the shard beacons over and the artwork as well. Game wants me to pick a research. I don't think there's any research I need to do, so I'm just going to straight up turn these off. I don't need them. So in terms of curing Daedora, we need to call in an exotic goods trader. So that's currently on cooldown, and as soon as it's off cooldown, I'll bring that over. I'm trying to think if there's other sort of end preparations to be made. I think I've covered most of the bases, but I'll just keep reanalyzing the situation to make sure that there isn't anything that I've forgotten. It's very easy to overlook things when you're trying to manage so many different tasks, I think. Alright, in terms of bioferrite, there's enough bioferrite stored near it that I don't really need a dedicated bioferrite storage for it. The other thing I was planning on doing is, let's go ahead and not sow any of the farms. Because I think it makes most sense to try to use whatever semi-fertile soil is closest to our base to lower the transport time rather than to maximize the yields. I think having to physically move around is the bigger problem. Am I? Oh, I see. I was like, am I browning out? No, I'm not browning out. Just snip some cables. Do a weapons check. Don't we have antigrain warheads? Yes, we have 4 of them. We've got quite a lot of armaments, but the footprint of the base is not good for enduring a siege. So that's what I'm trying to do, is to make it more siege proof would be like too big of a term. But, oh my god, Mega Hoof again? Alright, I am gonna be pink now. So we want to be more like siege resistant. And cheers, buddy. Buffering. I think the buffering is over. It's hard to tell what's going on. I'm just not certain it could either be my ISP or my internet. It's one of those I still don't even know. They both blame each other, you know? That's how it goes. Would it be a good idea to call in a war merchant for the sake of buying doomsdays and triples? Possibly, but the only war merchant that I can call in is also the same faction that I would have to call the exotic goods, and curing Daedora is more important than buying weapons, in my opinion. So, whereas it might be a good idea, it's not one I'm going to take advantage of. Alright, now that we don't actually have the horses, I can go and get rid of the fence. And we have moved just about everything out of the old ritual room. We still need to haul away the staves, but that's all that really remains. And we're breaking down some of the walls. Marriage is on. Drea and Devil Eyes. Are you sure? I mean, all right. Works for me. I'm not gonna say no. I'm just a little surprised. So let's decide that this here will be our sort of like farming area. And I'm probably going to end up moving the ship landing beacons closer physically to the entryway here. So that this can, if it's possible, this area can be turned into farming. A lot of changes need to be done. There's also, oh, Crimson Rust too joining in on the gift train. Well, thank you guys. I might aim to try to have, yeah, let's do it this way. To try to have this be part of the inside, so that it's like a, I mean, the wall's a little weird, but having access to this area without having to leave, like, quote-unquote, the main door would be beneficial. Alright, what is the cooldown on the Exoticus Trader? Let's see. So in terms of faction alliances, the only traders I can call in is the Civil Outlander Union, the Gentle Tribe, and the Shattered Empire. And the only one that would sell big weapons would be Orler. But Orler is also the only Exoticus trade that I could call in. Oh, and it's off cooldown already. Perfect. So, Devil Eyes just called them in. And hopefully they'll have an Archite capsule for me to buy. That's the whole point of bringing them. So the landing pad will be kind of isolated and protected as a result, being in here. In fact, I'll just fill the entire area with steel flooring. I don't think that would necessarily hurt. And then I can just put a uranium door. How much? I don't have a ton of uranium, but I'll put a uranium door here. Now I did break down this door with the intention of replacing with a plasteel auto door, because this is kind of an important door to leave standing. And in fact, I'm going to say all three of the external doors are kind of important to be opened and closed quickly, so I'm going to replace them with plasteel as well. Have a little bit of ambrosia to paint into a grow zone. There we go. Call this ambrosia 1, 2. I think I already have a 1 over here. Oh, it's dead. All right, Blood Rain has finished being researched. So Blood Rain was the second to last anomalous research for us to do. So now we have analyzed how Blood Rain works, which is the last thing we antagonized out of the void, causing mass berserks. So now I'm just turning off all of the entities from being studied, because we don't need to study them. All right, that's looking pretty good. We still need to neutralize the Twisted Obelisk, and then we also have a Grey Flesh event, so that there is a metal horror amongst us, and we don't know who that metal horror is just yet. So that's another thing that we're going to have to remedy, is dealing with that metal horror event. Here is an Imperial Trader, and not one that I actually called in myself. Ooh, Legendary Locust Armor. I like the sound of that. And a Gauss Sprout. Looking at our food, I also think it's pretty reasonable to start doing lavish meals again. So I am going to suspend food until we eat all the fine meals and then start to do lavish meals. And to that end, I'll cue the elk, the ibex, and the wild boar to be hunted. Animals that don't fight back. I know, it's a little beneath me, but we're going to want as good mood boosts going into the end times as possible, I think. Remove the roof before removing the columns? Actually, to that end, I was planning on running a physical wall all the way out to here. So, I don't really need to do that, because I was actually going to wall it all up. And the reason to do that is I want access to my my maze entryway, but I don't want to annex all of this territory. So what I'm doing here is shrinking the size of the base considerably, but also leaving in the ability to traverse around the map tile rapidly. So what you've seen me do so far, as far as like redesign, is just like stage 1 of multiple stages. Well, I guess they're here. We might as well see what we can buy from them. I think they accept gold for currency, and we have like 900 gold, or 700. I think there's even more gold. Oh, maybe it's getting hauled or something. But yeah, I don't think we need a lot of gold. So let's take a look. I'm going to suspend the package survival mill making. I don't think we need any more of those. They have brain wiring, tech print for Joe Wire, Mind Screw, Paint Stopper. I don't really need that. I have 3 barrels, so I don't need more. I'm going to sell the Stone Skin Gland, because I don't think I'm going to want to install that. I can also sell the normal tech staff, because we have an excellent one. Is there something I can buy from them that I would want? Not really. That's the problem. So I have way more to sell than to buy. I wish they had... I mean, I could buy steel, I guess. I don't really need it, but... I'll buy Glitter World beds. You never know. Sometimes it's nice to have Glitter World beds. So, there we go. That's a fair enough trade. Alright, most of my people are going hunting. And obelisk progress. Investigation of the obelisk has revealed some information. It's a device that seems to interact with organic creatures. So we don't know how to disable it just yet, but we have some further insights into it. That's good. Gift for rep? I suppose I could do a gift for rep. My rep with them is not, like, too much of a concern for me, though. But let's see. I can give up the old marine helmet and some corsets. And now we have 93 rep. Because I might call on them to for backup during the void attacks. Because I'm here because they couldn't manage to suppress the void themselves, so, you know, they should put skin in the game, in my opinion. Alright, the new landing pad is almost done. Now we just need power for it. And then to build the door. I'm moving where the door is. Can't believe the amount of people that have, like, near mental breaks. Given how soft their existence is in this base. But they're all entitled. I might want to reanalyze the construction priorities, because I have a lot of tasks going on, and if anyone can construct... No, I pretty much put everyone that can construct to construction except for Skyra. So I'm going to switch Skyra around from construction from growing and plant cutting, because growing and plant cutting is not all that necessary at the moment. We have plenty of food. Got like 3k corn and lots of meat. And I forgot to do that. In fact, never make those meals again. I don't need packaged survival meals from where I'm going. So why is this? Oh, it's blocked by roof. Yeah, why are we roofing that up? I don't know. There we go. And we'll stick just a floodlight in there so it's illuminated. The void purification can be done again. But I have a lot of other stuff going on right now, which is why I took it off as the priority. I'm more concerned about readying the base for the big fight than provoking the void at the moment. It also gives us the time to neutralize the Twisted Obelisk and to figure out who the Grey Flesh belongs to. Because I don't want to rush into things if I can help it. Ooh, there is gold right in our entryway. Interesting. The steel's a little far off. Joe bro. Don't worry about that bridge. Well, looking pretty good. Some of the redesigns are coming underway. I have a lot of sandstone block steel, and what I'm hoping to do is actually to double wall a lot of our infrastructure, so that it's far harder to breach into the base than the way it is currently. Also, given the uranium I'm currently using, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to deep drill some additional uranium, because I'm using it for dooring and the like. Because we're already deep drilling for plasteel, to replace and to supply locust armor, because I want a nice surplus of locust armor going into the void. So if we have damaged armor, we don't have to, you know, be naked in the fight. Landing pad works. Good. Oh, we have dyes. I could paint it orange. It'll be a helicopter pad. No, I just want an orange. There you go, TJ. Looking good. Ever the artist. Too deep infestation. For them. Got it. So... Ink hold the door. Shooters come... back up. So I prop the door open so that the bugs aren't stuck and can free run. And let's go deal with those bugs so they can get back to plasteel mining. So the idea for this is just to protect our like power infrastructure. I wanted to double wall in most of the new walls here. So like throw a second wall around everything, and then probably to add doors in it so that the enemies that would be incoming wouldn't have an easy time traversing around our the wall void. Probably called in a little bit too much backup, but hey, you know, you can never be too cautious. That was extraordinarily easy. So if that's the case, I think that this entryway, the like entrance of this entryway is going to be a little bit different. You know, we're not going to come in from here very often. So a lot of redesign. And then I'm going to want to roof up the area around the new walls. What I might end up doing... Oh, and here comes the Exoticus Trader. Please have an Arca capsule. What I might end up doing is roofing it up at some point. So this gate here is going to be essentially removed. Well, actually, I don't think it would really hurt to necessarily leave it in. Maybe I'll leave it. Alright, no acceptable food. Let's go ahead and enable lavish meals now, and I'll move that up to the top, and I'll make up to 50 of them. So we're going to spend a lot more time cooking, but hopefully that will help with the mood that we have, so that people are a lot happier. Alright, let me search for it. No, they don't have an Archite capsule. So we'll have to wait and call in another one, I suppose. There's no buying it off of these guys. I don't know if I need skip, but I'm going to buy it just in case. Now, they do have an architect eye that would be, like, great to buy, but, well... No, I think it's okay. We have a lot of gold. A pot with a ton of gold, and now we have an architect eye to install. So CPAN already has one in. Might be a good implant for Mikas. And learning skip. Does anyone have far skip to go lingerie selling? I mean, yeah, we do. But it's just as easy to like call in trade caravans to us so that we don't actually have to leave. Because our skipper is also our constructor. Unfortunately. Not sure why I put the uranium automotor there. Let's pretend I had an idea in mind. And then this main path here is going to be the valid path into the base. So this is going to go all the way out here, and I'm going to redesign this entire area so that it's more battle ready. This is a lot of work. Alright, Mikas. You're already asleep. Let's go ahead and hook you up with that, that eyeball. Your betrothed will do the operation herself. So I think what I'll do is I'll stop queuing up more construction tasks until the pawns catch up with what I've already queued up. Because I think they're kind of falling behind all of the queued stuff. And how is my sandstone doing? We've used about half of it. I could always just excavate voids into the base. It's honestly not a terrible idea. Because I might happen upon like plasteel or something like that. So I'll consider it, maybe going from here. Ooh, and Swinky and Skyra are getting married. Attending a marriage, unfortunately Mikas is going to be out for it, but attending a marriage is obviously a big mood boon. Oh, no, Mikas will be in attendance. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Is this everyone? At least all the humans? I think it is. Well, that will be really nice. Skyra and Swinky getting married. Early summer marriage. So we've got the plus 40 for 30 days, and then plus 20 for 10 days. I don't know if I can take advantage of the plus 20 for 10 days, like meaning that firing off the void in that time, but you never know. Maybe it's possible. It just seems like I have a lot of redesign work to attend to prior to that. But with any luck, we'll see to that. Okay. I'm actually surprised that we, besides the, like, little bug infestation, which was really nothing, that we haven't actually been messed with by attacks or anything like that for a little bit. So, all of this area here is actually going to be outside of the base soon. I'm not considering this inside the base anymore. And I'm going to go so far as to say I might consider... Actually, I am going to consider removing this gate. Once the wall's done. So that if anything lands here, it will just be a wall. If anything lands here, it can exit and come in through the maze. Meaning I'll put another... I'll put another door here just so that we can go west quickly. But yeah, it's a lot of work. Hey, Ink, could you build this audio the door? There we go. Because this is going to allow us to do the remodeling much faster as well. All right. The armor that I have in stock, a good locust armor, an excellent locust armor, and a excellent helmet. Excellent helmet. So we do have the armor that I wanted stockpiled. So all of the excess plasteel that I get can be used for repairs, buildings, etc. Which is good. Whoa! That wolf got ganked! That cougar didn't even take damage. Well, not much of a fight for me. Then what I'm trying to do here is to illuminate the pathway so that there's no dark spots. And this will eventually come out to here and go inwards like that. All right, I did mention potentially just mining for the sake of mining. I don't necessarily want to open myself up to, like, infestations, but let's not go that close to the edge. It'll do a little bit of extra mining for resources. Maybe I can even design it in such a way that it seems intentional, like mining a path around this all so that it connects over to the other side here. So this comes out like that. And that way, if we need extra bedrooms, there's, like, physical space that we can use in there already. Also probably means I need to change the behind the walls and mountain base zoning and home zoning. Oh, dementia problems? Yeah, dementia problems. Because of course they are. Maybe it was an unhealthy wolf. It didn't have any health conditions before it got ganked. It would have shown up on its status card or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to make this entire thing like a wall void. Steel. I'm still looking for plasteel that is closer to the base than the plasteel node that we have up here, because this plasteel node is not all that accessible. Really? More ambrosia? Alright. Randy wants me to have drugs. I guess I'm going to have drugs. Who am I to argue? Works for me. Electrical explosion, but nothing took damage. That's good. Ah, I hit steel. Oh, I hit steel twice. I didn't get a message there unless I clicked off of it really quick. And Featherfall. Was studying the Twisted Obelisk, and it created a Harbinger tree. So we'll have to kill that thing. It doesn't belong. Alright, one of the things I need to make sure is not that we don't, like, destroy our power grid as a result of this remodeling. So I'm going to run some duplicate cables over. Gray flesh. Deidora has discovered a strip of fleshy tissue. So we can analyze this second piece, and I'm going to have CPAN to do it. If someone isn't who they say they are. Be good if we figured out who. Nick the Good, thank you for the resub. All right. It is Zephodium X9. And we've made progress to identify its biosignature, but needs more samples to complete the work. So we can't yet figure out who the gray flesh belongs to. But we might have more info soon. Why are my people using the slow path? I don't know. Pawns are weird, man. Yeah, they're like intentionally using the slope, whatever. I'll floor it up. We just hit 2 steel nodes, so flooring it up is not too obscene in terms of cost. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, which originally streamed live on Twitch, August 4th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow guardsmen.